Hey y'all. So over the years, I have periodically checked on Todd's website. Also, I have actually came very close to buying a Todd's bag at an outlet a few years ago when I was in California. And recently I was on the website scrolling, perusing, just seeing what was out there and thought, one, these bags have changed, but over the years, I think Todd's is going through an identity crisis, seeing just the different type of styles that they've come up with over the last several years. Also, with that said, just my personal feelings about it. So I just want to get into it. Let's talk about it a little bit because I'm wondering, although Todd's is known for their high quality products, why is no one buying Todd's? And I'm being dramatic when I say why is no one buying Todd's. Really, it's how it's just not reaching the levels that I know that they want as a large company. Okay. Hi, my name is India with Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. I talk about fashion all the way down to lifestyle related topics. So if you enjoy this, go ahead, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button immediately. Just hit the like button. Even if you don't subscribe, this helps my channel out so much. And I really would appreciate it if you just hit the like button. And also, if you feel a little bit extra, throw a comment down below. I would love to talk. Let's go back a little bit through Todd's history, and then we'll talk about present day and why I'm wondering what is going on with Todd's. Backing up, their first, now they've been known for decades for their wonderfully crafted drivers, those loafers that look very expensive and nice. In 1991, they did come out with a handbag. This bag was called the D bag. And they later added, after they saw the love for it for Princess Diana, they added a lowercase I to it to call it the dye bag. Now, this bag is a notable style. It was first introduced in 1991. Like I said, it has been carried it was loved by Princess Diana. It was carried by Naomi Campbell. Just a lot of prominent, who else did I have on this list? Some other prominent people. Nicole Kidman, it says, Princess Caroline, just notable people who were known to be stylish, just and should have made this bag more of an iconic piece. And while if you are familiar with Todd's, then this is an iconic bag for you, or you're just aware of it, but it hasn't reached the stratosphere and the longevity, the staying power that a Lady Dior has, which was also loved by Princess Diana. And it's very interesting why. Speaking about this bag before I move on, that this bag, one, it has gone through some minor updates, but as you can see, it generally has remained mostly the same with its style. I think for the current price point, it's not too bad, but even with that, you can see how on their website they are really trying to pull in that heritage, that that style history factor to it to help users, not users, think about work, help customers connect with this bag, connect with the brand more. And I'm wondering if it has helped that they've done this. I find it interesting that they definitely have highlighted that with this, the dye bag. Now, later on down the line, when we get to around 1997, they did introduce another style bag that I personally love, and Loyeye has this bag. So check out her channel if you have not seen it. And if I can find this video, I will link her video down below so you can check out her review on this bag. And guess what? As you're seeing on the screen, when I Googled this bag, your video came up next to it. Congratulations, girl. I'm so happy for you. 1997, like I mentioned, there was this bag that was initially called the D bag, which was also named after Princess Diana. It was inspired. They decided to do another bag. And it has changed a little bit over the years, but it has has basically kept its classic shape and style that you're seeing, similar to the dye bag here, which I personally really like this bag. And this is the one that I almost purchased from the outlet, but I already bought a Ferragamo, so I said, we can't do both. So put this bag back, even though it's a good price. You'll notice that they also reinterpreted it. So the version that Lowe actually has is the reimagined version, and they really kept it mostly the same, except they added this more modern and unique winged shape to the outside of it to have a little bit of a more visual feature to the bag. They also added exotics finishes. So you saw snake print. I want to say mostly snake, and then like a suede croc type of print that they added to it. And they also renamed it to the de-styling bag. And then after that, they also changed the name up a little bit too. But I want to say, yeah, yeah, around that time frame, they also did this. Now, I want to say the revamp of the style came in 2019, and it was featured in Gone Girl, actually. So they've tried to do things like put it into a popular movie, definitely for media, or what do you call it, like brand placement. So that way, and me being a handbag lover, I noticed that bag. I clocked it. I see it. She got that de-styling bag over there she's carrying. And that reminded me, and then I went on a search. Never bought it. There you go. So you have seen them try to make efforts to try to push it into reality for people, make it more of a relatable, approachable, a desired style. And unfortunately, there just hasn't really been this big push or a lot of attention put on Tod's. Now, last year I did talk about Tod's and how their sales were going up. If I'm not mistaken, I do remember seeing that. Now, even though their sales are going up, Tod's is definitely selling out of things, but I think for a large company, they still are not at the point that they want to be, where like people are talking about them. You're seeing reviews, you're seeing them mentioned, and they seem to try to keep doing things which obviously a brand should do, right? See what works, what doesn't. And I don't know if Taz has quite got it there yet. Now, I liked this article that I read on PurseBlog when I was doing some research about it, because her description of how she felt about Tod's is similar to how I feel about Tod's. It's never been a question about quality or anything like that. I think they make some very nice styles. However, a lot of these styles that are there kind of traditional, they're kind of house styles, are a little bit stuck in the past. Also, they just don't, they had some unique shapes to them, like when they had the wing structures to the de-styling bag. I think that was a little bit different. Their wave bag that they have, that's a little bit different, but nothing to just make me say I absolutely want to buy it. One of the reasons I have felt that way about Todd's is because I wish that for the price point that they're charging, they would not use like a cotton or whatever type of lining, but they would line with either leather or suede. I think that is a better appeal to me and has stopped me short of buying certain bags from Todd's. And let me know if you guys either have seen Todd's, know people with Todd's, have considered it. How do you feel? Like, does that make sense to you? Now, in recent years, yeah, I would say traditionally, it seems like they try to just ride the wave, that the bag wave, right? So they kind of go along with what's popular, but they don't make anything that makes you stop in your tracks. Recently, they came out with the T Timeless line, which, by the way, Taj, y'all have to do better with naming y'all bags, because this is ridiculous. And it might be strategic because it makes it harder for people to find things on the secondhand market because they don't have an identifiable name. I'm on to you. I'm on to you, Todd. But the Tea Timeless logo. And I remember this bag as well as the dye bag being featured by a range of influencers, like the Real Housewives of New York with Side Silva. She had done a campaign with Todd's. I've seen Janae Naylor carry this cute Todd's bag with the T's on the side. It's a part of the Tea Timeless line, but I don't remember the name of the style. And then I've also seen, I want to say Nuri Anna also carry a Todd's bag. So you see these range of influencers, content creators with various levels of followings that have campaigns. And I'm sure there's so many more. Yeah, Victoria McGrath. I think she's done things with Todd's, if I'm not mistaken, too. So you see this, but you still don't see kind of that attention and people running in droves to Todd's. Now, I think the bags, like I said, do sell, but it's more of a if you know, you know type of style. And coming up to their, I think it's with the if you know, you know crowd. I'm sorry, is what I want to say. Now, coming up on their more recent bag styles here, you can tell that they're going for a more sculptural shape, which I remember Ferragamo a couple of seasons ago started with their more sculptural shape bags. I do think this bag is an attractive bag, and it's priced about $2,500, so about $2,600 USD. And I think this is along the lines of what you want to see from Todd's. But like I said, when you look at the interior lining, I'm just so you know, I'm a bag snob. And with that, I expect certain things at a certain price level. I think Todd's did a great job. I think this is very modern. I think this is a very nice style. I also like how you can carry it three different ways. They have the loop where you can put your arm, your hand just to kind of grab onto it and anchor. You can flip the strap over and carry it like a backpack, kind of like a cool backpack. And then you also can wear it as a shoulder bag. The problem with this is, why is this $2,600 and it's lined in cotton? This needs to be lined in either leather or suede. They're missing the mark here, especially for the price point that they're trying to charge. There's another bag, like I said, they did reimagine recently their new wave bag. So they haven't changed much about it. I would say this style is very unique to Tod's. I haven't seen any other styles that, or when I look at this, I'm not thinking about another brand's bag. So I think this is very unique to Tod's. I like, I don't know how I feel, but initially they really haven't changed that much about the bag, but they did make the strap longer. So they're trying to reimagine this. You know, we're talking about this hobo shape, all of that. So that might work. And then they added a tag to the front. Recently, what I saw the other day was this kind of thin bar that they're adding to their bags now. So you're seeing these on the screen, which I think the smaller ones are priced about like $1,300. So that's not too bad. These bags are small. They're mini for $1,200. We do have to factor that in. They also have this bar, the same type of bar they're putting as kind of like their feature. So kind of like I think about when I see this, I think about Stradbary, how they have the music bar. It seems like maybe they're going with this a style effect for their new bags that they're showing. But the problem is Tod's every few years, because they're trying to find their footing and cater to what the masses, this style is not going to be around long. It actually makes your other pieces outdated. But I do like where they're going, and I'm hoping this is going to be the right direction. See, there was another bag. Yeah, they all, I think what Todd's is missing and where they should go back to is introducing exotics like this ostrich. Usually when you think about ostrich, you think about the chicken pox looking bag, you know, like with the little dots on it. And I think this is a nice touch. I didn't realize this was ostrich leather. I think doing croc, ostrich, eel, they have in a tea timeless bag style that has been very popular over the years, which seems to be popular because they keep bringing it back out and changing the renditions of it. I think that's where they need to go. Maybe, and then changing up the price point as well as changing up the finishing details of the bag. When you are wanting to charge almost $3,000 and you don't have the brand equity that some of these other fashion houses have, I don't think you can bank on me wanting to pay that amount for this style bag and not finish it up with all the luxurious trappings that I expect to have, like leather and suede lining. Otherwise, I think the price should be dropped down a bit to accommodate for that fact. Overall, I think that's the things that I see missing. I think, like I said, the exotics would work with Todd's because they do really pop on their pieces, and I think they look really nice. And let me know your thoughts on what you think about Todd's